Hello, guys, and welcome again to this edition of Learning with Rich. So, in this topic, what we are going to discuss is how to create an opening in Revit. Okay, so in Revit, we have multiple ways to create an opening, and you can find it here on the Architecture tab. You go there, you can see the opening, and if you also go to the structure, you can also see there the opening. Okay, so there are opening tools here that you can use to create an opening. Let's say you want to create an opening for your pipe, for your cable tray, for your duct. Okay, so these are the tools that we can use to create an opening. Okay, so to start with, let me just go ahead and create a new project using the architectural template. And let us try to explore some of these options here. Okay, so the first option that we are going to use, or the first tool, is biface. So as you can see, it creates an opening that is perpendicular to the selected face of a floor, roof, or ceiling. So as you can see, you can use opening by face tool only in this three category: roof, floor, and ceiling. You cannot use this on your wall. So let's say, for example, I'm going to create a simple wall, and then I'm going to put, let's say, roof. Okay, so let me just create a wall. So I just use this one. I just create a rectangle, and let's say I'll just create until level 2. Okay, finish face. Okay, so this is now my, let me just make it 10,000 by 8,000. Okay, or whatever size that you want. Okay, then after that, so I'm going to create here a roof. So to create a roof, I need to go to the highest level. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to create a roof. I'll be using the roof by footprint. I will select this one, and I'm gonna put an overhang of, let's say, 1,000. Okay, so 1,000 is good. So using boundary line option. Okay, so I'm going to make sure the define slope is checked. Okay, so here I want a slope. There's a slope here, and I'm going to uncheck define slope for these two sides here. There you go. Okay, and then after that, I just simply select modify and select check here to finish. Okay, so here's now my roof. Okay, so as you can see, by default, my template here, when I change my view to the 3D, it becomes half tone. It becomes gray. Okay, it's because my current discipline for 3D view here is electrical. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to make it architectural. All right, so that the architectural model will be highlighted. Okay, let me just go ahead and change this slope here. So let's say 50. 50. Okay, let me just make it 45. All right, let me try this one. And then I'm going to select all of the sides. In my 3D view, you just need to hover your pointer and then press tab. And then you pick. And then after that, from the modify wall, you can select attach top base. So I want to attach the walls to my roof. There you go. Okay. Then after that, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use now this option, the biface option. Okay, so we can use this on our floor, on our ceiling, and the roof. Okay, I'll just use it on my roof. So I select opening biface here, and let's say I'm going to create here. Okay, so as you can see, it highlights the face. If I hover it on my wall, it's not highlighting. Okay, so it's only on my roof here. So I click. And then as you can see, you are now on the create opening boundary. Okay, so after that, it's up to you if you want to shape up now your opening here. So let's say I'm going to create here a rectangular opening. So I'm going to create here just like this. Okay, so as you can see, I am not being exact on my measurement, but of course you can specify the exact measurement that you want. Okay, there you go. And then after that, all you have to do is to select check to finish it. So you just created yourself an opening. So as you can see, you can also select separately the opening. This is your roof and this is your opening. You can click that if you want, and then you can edit that one if you want to modify the sketch. There you go. So you can stretch that if you want, and then you can check again. It's up to you. How do you want to design it? So I can change my visual style to shaded view. There you go. So there's the opening. Okay. So another option that we can use here to create an opening is shaft. Okay, so it creates a vertical opening that spans multiple levels, cutting through intervening roofs, floors, and ceiling. Okay, so those are the categories that you can uh, use with if you want to create an opening using the shaft opening. So you can use this one. So let's say, for example, let me just go add here level because I only have two levels here. So let's say I'm going to create levels for, let's say I'm going to add three levels with a height of 4,000. There you go, using pick options. So one, two, three. There you go. So I now have five levels. So what I'm going to do is, okay, so I'm just going to create it somewhere here, right? So I'm going to create here a floor. Let me just create a floor. Architectural. Create a floor here. So let's say, let me just create a floor on my house. Okay, there you go. Okay. Now for this one, so I'm going to create a floor again. Floor. Create. Okay, just something like this. So probably I'm going to move this. I'm going to move the sketch. Okay, and then finish. So as you can see, I now have this floor here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to paste it aligned to selected levels. So let's say from level 1, I'm going to hold the shift, and then I'm going to select level 5, and then okay. There you go. So the next thing that I'm going to do is going back to my level 1. So let's say I want to create an opening here that will span all the way to the level 5. So I'm going to use now the shaft opening. So I select the shaft opening. Again, you will be going to the sketch mode. So let's say again, I want a rectangular, or let's say this time it's circular. So let's say I want to place it somewhere here. Oh, sorry, circular, somewhere here. Okay, modify. Okay, so I'll just place it here. So for the base constraint, it's at my level 1. So if I'm going to make this negative 150, it will create an opening from the level 1 going down 150. Okay. So let's say if I'm on level 1, it will create an opening going down with a distance of 150. Okay. So for the top constraint, so if I want to create an opening until the last level, so I'm going to change this to level 5. If I want to specify the height of the shaft opening, I'm going to change the unconnected. I'm going to change the option to unconnected. Then I can type here the height of my shaft opening. So let's say I want it only, and I want it until level 5. There you go. And then after that, I'm going to check this one to finish it. Okay, there you go. And then in the 3D view, there you go. So as you can see, this level 1 floor also has an opening here. So it's because of the settings of my shaft opening. So as you can see, I can also select the shaft opening here separately. And then I can make this 0. So if I do not want an opening here on my first floor, so I'm gonna make this 0. There you go. See? No opening. So basically, that's how your shop opening works. The other one is wall. So let's say you have a pipe, you have a dock, you have a cable tray, and then you want to create an opening for those elements that will span on your wall. Then you can use the wall opening. So let's say I'll do it here. Okay, so I'm going to select the shop. Of course, you can also do it on the section view or elevation view. Okay, so I'm only doing it here in the 3D view. Okay, all right, so I'm going to select now the wall here. It cuts a rectangular opening in a straight or curved wall. So I'm going to select this one. Okay, and then after that, it says here, select a wall to create a rectangular opening. So I'm going to select this wall, click that one, and then it says enter start point of rectangular opening. So so let's say from here to here. Okay, so there's your opening, right? And then you just select modify. So that's how you create your opening. Again, you can select it separately aside from the wall. You can also select your opening separately. So you click that one and then you can adjust. Okay, or you can also adjust that in your elevation view. So let's say this side is west view because as you can see it's W, so it's west. So I'm gonna open the west elevation. There you go. So I'm gonna pick this. So you can modify the opening from here. You can specify the distances. Okay, you can specify the distances. Right? Okay, so that's our opening here on my wall. The other one is vertical. So it cuts a vertical opening through a roof, floor, or ceiling. Okay, so let me try this one. So it cuts a vertical opening through a roof, floor, or ceiling. So I have a floor here. So I select vertical, and then it says select floor, roof, ceiling, or soffit to create a vertical opening. So let's say here, I'm going to select this. There you go. Again, you will be going to the sketch mode. So I'll open the level 1 here, and then I can create the shape of the opening. So let's say rectangle, and then there's the circle. Let me just split the element, and let me use this. All right, then that's the shape of my opening, then finish. There you go. See? So that's my vertical opening. Okay, you cannot stretch that all the way up. It's different from this one. Shop opening and vertical opening is entirely different. This one you can also use on your roof. So let's say, for example, I select vertical, I select the roof here. Right, let me just use the view cube. There you go, and let me try to create a rectangle somewhere here, and then check that. There you go. So you now have there an opening. Okay. So vertical opening, it cuts a vertical opening through a roof, floor, or ceiling. Okay. So the last one that we can use is a dormer. Okay, so dormer. So it cuts a roof to create an opening for a dormer. So if you have a dormer, so you can create an opening for your dormer. So let's say, let me just create a dormer in my model here. So this is my house. Okay, so let me just create a dormer somewhere here. Okay, So let's say, for example, on my level 2, so I'm going to create here a wall. So this is how you create a dormer. So I select the wall here. I'm going to create a wall. Okay. So do I have a, okay, so I'll use a 100, generic 150, okay, or whatever wall that you want. So I'm going to create rectangle. Okay, so I'm not going to be exact here. Okay, just to create quick one. Okay, so this is the wall. Okay, let me just adjust these three walls here. Uh, unconnected. So let's say 3,500. Okay, there you go. So on my third level, second level. Okay, so on my second level, so I'm going to create now the roof here. Again, I'll be using a roof by footprint with the overhang, let's say 500. Okay, so let me define the slope. So to this side, and then undefine the slope here. And in your roof, so you need to make it close. So it should be closed loop. There you go. And then check. No. Okay, so let us take a look in the 3D view. So this is how it looks like. Okay, so this is my roof. So let me just go to the south elevation, and let me just move this up manually. Okay, so let me just move this up manually, something like this. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use here uh the attach top base option. So I'm going to select the three walls, and then I'm going to use attach top base. I click this one, and then I'm going to click here the roof. There you go. So it looks like this. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I want to add here a window. So I select the window. I place it here. One, two. It's up to you. Let me go to the south elevation. Okay. So this one. So create similar. Okay, so those are my window. Now, for us to be able to create an opening for your dormer, because as you can see, there's no opening here, right? So there's no opening for my dormer. So there's no opening, right? See, there's no opening, right? There's no opening. See there? There is no opening. So let me just make this consistent colors. See, there's no opening. So if I want to create an opening for my dormer, so I'm going to use the dormer here. Click the dormer, and you need to select the edges or the face, I mean. So you need to select first the roof. So let me just repeat again. So dormer, okay, and then as you can see, select a roof. So I'm going to select the roof, and then I can pick the roof wall edges. So I'm going to select the face here, one, this one, two, this one here, three, and just skip me a moment. Okay, all right. So this one, so I need to extend my roof to this face first, okay, before I create the opening of my dormer. Okay, so let me just go to the modify here, and there is this tool here that is called join roof. So I select this one, and then after that, you need to select the edge of the roof that you want to extend, and then after that, where you want to extend it. So I'm going to extend that to this face here. There you go. So it's now extended nicely. So that's the time that we can create now the dormer opening. So I click this one, and then I need to select the roof, and then I'm going to select the faces here. One, two, 3, and then the edge here, 4. Okay, so it should be close. The sketch, it should be close and no intersection. So I'm going to use here the trim extend to corner. So I pick from here, 1, 2. Okay, so it should be close. 1, 2. Okay, then after that, check. There you go. So you just create there an opening. You see, there's an opening already. Okay, so basically, these are the tools that you can use to create an opening. So you have 5 options. So biface, shaft, wall, vertical, and dormer. Okay, so hopefully you learned something from this video. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can put it on the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Once again, thank you for watching, guys, and have a nice day.